Good morning. Look at that number, huh? Exciting. Very exciting. I'm also starting to wear shoes. I was barefooting it the whole time before. All right, let's get to work. So, goal reached early, but goal is still in jeopardy because we saw last week how it went up and down. I really cracked down. I was 300 calories under my allotment for yesterday, so it was very hard. But you can't say it's not working because it's been years since I've seen 270 on a scale. So very exciting. What a good way to kick off the day.
Bulk Hogan official said, "Hello Yeeson."
We're getting there. Next goal is 260. That's a big. I feel like that's a little longer away, but that's exciting. Good morning, bulk. So we'll see. Is this like a fluke on Monday? Or it's not Monday. It's a Tuesday fluke. I don't know. I can enjoy it while it lasts. I wonder what the science is behind.
Not to bring the mood down. But why did Alam Snus did that though?
Oh my god, I know. That was so crazy. I deactivated my Twitter. I think it deletes after 30 days. I was like, I read a comment that was like, I've been looking around for context, but in what world is that okay? And I was like, yeah, you're right. Even if he was trolling or who knows what the hell he was doing. I was like, I don't need to learn any more about what the fuck Elon's doing. I think that was enough to make me full switch to Blue Sky. So follow me on Blue Sky. AIPD. And then I think Facebook and Instagram is next. Why was Zuckerberg at the inauguration? Why are they buddy-buddy? Why are they teaming up on TikTok? Why did he release an app right after they got CapCut removed from the App Store? This one's going to hurt because Twitter I didn't really use. I posted there, but no one really reacted to anything I posted there. So that was easy. That was an easy delete. Deleting Instagram and Messenger, that's going to be hard. That is how I contact most of my comedy friends. That's how I found out about most of my... But you know what? It's poster time. I go to the bar regularly. I go to the comedy club regularly. If there's a show, I'll see a poster about it. Or someone will tell me. It'll be hard, but you know what? It's got to be done.
I left X the Everything app, like 4 years ago after a week of usage.
Yeah. The problem is, like, trending makes everybody respond to everything, or otherwise you're not seeing. So you have to have an opinion on
Even if
every
you don't go into politics
trending
or drama
topic.
or popular tweets, it still sucked.
Yeah. Twitter was like the first algorithm to like kind of try to figure out what an algorithm was. And trending topics is very like conceptually like you can understand it. But it sucks. It's not very good. TikTok's algorithm, I feel like I would love for that to be reverse engineered. Because that seems like the best. Like if I start liking a bunch of game dev videos, that's all I see in my feed. With the exception of like one time a couple times a week I'll see like a video with 0 views of just some guy going, "Oh, TikTok, it's me." And I'm like, it's not even a finished video. It's just like someone like testing out, which that indicates that like, you know, new stuff is getting floated into people's algorithm to like actually see if people like it, which I like. Because that is how you have a successful. If I don't see like brand new stuff where everything's on an even playing field,
Isn't
kind of like
algorithm
Reddit,
is
the
just
Reddit,
Bryce Thraps shaking a booty on the front page?
the Reddit new tab or whatever. That's how it is when you first open the app. Yes, bulk. But as soon as you start liking stuff. Like, I immediately look up, like, indie game developers and, like, comedians that I like. And I follow them. And I watch a bunch of their stuff. And then it switches over. You don't see any of that booty shaking. I didn't see any political stuff. I don't know how it works, but it learns. It learns. It learns pretty quickly, too. And I can't say I see that on any other platform. Every other platform, I feel like, gives favoritism to select concrete. If you're verified, you get floated to the top faster. On TikTok, it was even ground. That's pretty much the only reason I like it. You know, a lot of people talk shit about it. Yeah, there's a lot of young kids on there. It's weird. There's a lot of weird dances from just people's nephews and nieces. Very strange. But if you got past that and like actually started using the app, which I only did because of AIP, I was like trying to. It seems like the only algorithm where new people can get noticed. That it's an enjoyable experience. Twitch is the other one. Twitch is the only other platform.
Only bearable algorithm if you heavily police it by clicking "Don't show me this type of content."
I would love it if you could just start the app and get your algorithm trained right away. That is one thing I love about YouTube. Do not show me this channel ever again. Stop recommending this channel. Not this content, because that's kind of loose. You can kind of go around that. I don't like this video I saw. Don't show me it again.
There are algo rabbit holes on
so
YouTube.
Amazing. So cathartic, too. Yeah, for sure. For example, YouTube drama. Everyone likes to comment on everything. Not because they want to, because it takes off in the algorithm. And it's like weird when like Legal Eagles does it. But Legal Eagle, you know, it's only when it gets to like law. So he hops on for like, but it's like, why is Legal Eagle talking about any other YouTuber? Who cares? Again, I guess if it gets illegal, it's too tempting of a fruit to squeeze. But it is kind of like, but then
You
again,
watch a
Legal
single
Eagle.
VTuber video by mistake, you'll get all of them VTubers for weeks.
Yes, yeah. Some creators. You click on one and you're like, man, this person's got thousands of this. I only liked and wanted to watch the one. Another problem with YouTube's algorithm. There's some good. Yeah, honestly, I think TikTok's is the best. Because I'm not overwhelmed by it. I do see a lot more of it if I like one. But I don't see only that. Twitch is next for discoverability. Twitch is like, if you're streaming consistently, we're going to start showing you to people. That's also its problem, is if you're offline, nobody's getting recommended your stuff. That's why streamers do these subathons where they just leave it on while they're sleeping. That's not healthy. That's
Dev said, TikTok is one of the social media apps I've just aged out of.
Yeah, I can see that. I will say there's a lot of young people on there, but again, I must have it like juiced to where I only see stuff I want to see. Game devs and comedians. That's all I see. And weird sludge content, which I feel like is unavoidable.
Happier
You see
for
the
it.
weird
Too many
sludge
people review
content
everything on there.
with the runner on one screen and the comedy clips on the other. Happier for it? Yeah, that's true. Maybe this is the start of the ruination for social media in general. Stop giving us everything and start giving us quality stuff. I honestly thought that when like Facebook, all our parents and stuff signed up for it, I thought that would be the end. I think a large number of people left, but I don't know. A large number of people stayed, surprisingly, and they got it. They hooked these susceptible old people who had no computer training experience and then got thrown in, and now they're falling for everything. All the scams and stuff that we resist. We know what trolls are. Our parents have no idea what trolls are still, even though they're trolled on a daily basis on their Facebooks with weird Facebook memes. Burn it all down. YouTube, Twitch, leave that. Fix that. Facebook we could lose. Apple can go away.
TikToks where people air all their dirty laundry and then get surprised when people give them flack for it.
Yeah, I absolutely, like, I get addicted to the 90 Day Fiance. I get addicted to those reality shows. But there's something just really slimy about just regular people starting beef with other regular people. That, I mean, that's pretty much 90 Day, but like in mass. I hate this, like, the stuff with like drill rap, like that kind of fell out of popularity, but like kid gangs starting beef with other people on TikTok and like actually going out and assassinating other people in their community. It's like, what the hell? What is going on? And that was like through TikTok. They would just post like a TikTok. And I don't want to spread lies. They would post a TikTok or Instagram or Snapchat. It was everything. I don't want to put it all on TikTok's back, because that is what the news does.
Being arrested with your own music as evidence would be wild.
Yeah, and then they would make a song about it.
Bulk Hogan official said, 90 years Beyonce following lives of geriatric couples that are not ready to commit yet.
Yeah. Well, if you follow the drama online, well, I get sucked into this. But, like, you follow some of these couples, and, like, they're like, I just submitted to the show as, like, a lark, and they put me on. And I was like, I'm not really serious about this guy, but we both want to be on television and be famous because we're both poor. So they put up a... Is it going to come around where we get, like, earnest reality TV content, like really actually good stuff where people are, like, talking about real problems and there's no fake stuff? I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe. If it's interesting. If you find the right people.
Was reality TV ever real, though?
Yeah. I don't know. I think so, because at the same time, you got to pay people. A lot of that stuff is made in editing. So that's another complaint people have, is just like, I did not say that, or I did not react like that to that. They'll find the weirdest reaction you have and splice it in with a like a weird sting. Or womp, 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 womp. It's like, I didn't do that. They made it look like I did that. Have a commercial teaser. 90 Days very egregious with that. A family like living in the 50s through 90s. Interesting. I think that was WandaVision. Yeah. I have not heard of the show. Do you remember the name? I will look that up. I'm curious to see. Yeah, when reality TV had like sort of interesting premises. That is an interesting premise. But that's a lot of work. So I think most of it's real footage. It's not like staged, because they want the genuine reaction. There's something that you could where you could tell, or they want at least a plausible reaction. I feel like they have in their claws if you like intentionally fake something, but who knows? I can't really tell. But I think actually the footage is real and the editing makes it fake. So I think all these people are living their damn lives, but we're shown a not real version of their real lives, where like people are making stinky faces or saying weird things out of context. People with weird phobias. Huh. I feel like that's a bad idea. Because then, guess what's going to happen? People are not doctors.
Jerry Springer did that shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maury did that shit, too. You afraid of cotton? Here's a man covered in cotton to come terrify you. You hate pickles? We just strapped a bunch of pickles to an intern, and we're going to have him run at you and scream. What a piece of shit. Like, phobias are like, I don't know. It's almost like a mental illness. Like, you have some deep-seated fear that you got to get over in therapy. You can't just be exposed to it. It's like, oh, you have a peanut butter allergy. Let me give you the biggest peanut butter sandwich on the planet. It's like, you're just killing me. That is not how... If therapy was just exposing you to the things you're afraid of, we'd have, like, therapeutic torture retreats where we just watch people on farms run around from the thing they're scared of the most.
It was less sensationalist that Jerry, I bet. That is, it was things like buttons and kittens.
Buttons and kittens. And guess what? When every one of your family or every one of your people that you work with see that on TV, guess what they're going to do? There's a couple people in the comedy scene in Detroit that are terrified of clowns. And they go, please don't show me clowns. I have a weird phobia. And guess who gets shown clowns all the time as like a funny joke? People just randomly send them clowns. Those people. The people that told about their phobia. It's a weird cruelty that we just don't understand. It's just because we can't fathom being afraid of clowns.
At Volkswagen official was that during his Ghostbusters era?
But imagine if someone sent you like an actual phobia of like something like, oh, here's a guy putting a shotgun in his mouth and blowing his head off. It's like, Jesus, I don't want to see this. Ha ha, he's scared of the guy blowing his head off. It's like, no, stop. And then everyone starts sending to you. There's just multiple videos of this. That's what I feel like exposing somebody with a phobia is like. So just live in silent pain and tell no one.
Said, though, a picture of a
we
great
just don't
height is an uncommon
understand.
image. Volkswagen official said, like 3 years ago I guess, around first trip to US.
Oh, interesting.
I have phobia of large sums of money deposited on my bank account.
No, Biz, that's
Now
my
you would make
phobia.
me scared.
Or Bulk, that's my phobia.
Byzantiadev said, well, do I have a surprise for you?
I'm afraid of rich people. I'm even more afraid of them showing off their money. Ah! Ah! And I won't put myself on a high horse. I do laugh at those people. It is humorous to me, but it's just because it's so disconnected from my reality. When someone sees a picture of like a drawing of a clown, like a low res, and they freak out. It's like, what in the world? That is literally like a smiley face with a big red nose and a hat. And you're freaking out about that? But again, I just don't know. Today is Cold Snap Day. Schools are canceled. So I think that means Jason needs to work from home. I don't need to be dealing with this shit.
That 50s to 90s show was called Back in Time for the Weekend.
Oh, that's a great name. A little verbose, but Back in Time for the Weekend. It's good at conceptualizing the show in like one sentence. It's a good like What is that called when you combine the two? It's like those Wheel of Fortune puzzles where it's like beginning of one, end of another. I like it. I like it. Catchy name. I love a clever name for something. It beats the one-word names.
I
Where
don't
it's
follow
like,
much
I don't
modern
know what
anime
the
because
fuck
the titles are a
applesauce
spoiler of the
means.
entire plot.
Oh yeah. I recently rewatched a couple episodes of Hajime no Ippo. I watched Pluto, which I was kind of a little disappointed by the ending by. I watched Baki Hanma, which that is just a weird show. But I like it. I like Baki Hanma. It reminds me of JoJo. It like just really ramps things to a ridiculous degree. But I can only watch it in short bursts because my brain starts to melt. JoJo, I finally finished season 2, and I was about to start season 3.
Fakey is fun because it's ridiculous by design.
Yes, yeah. It knows what it is, and it ramps it to 11. It's kind of like One Piece Man, except still trying to keep some semblance of... It's like, we're not totally in on the joke, but we kind of are. Like, we're ramping up to ridiculous proportions, but...
Bulk Hogan official said, One Piece Man.
One Piece I've got deep into, but I just can't. I'm out. I spoil everything.
Byzantium
If something
said,
new
any
happens...
show that has its main character fight an imaginary giant mantis and lose is good in my books.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny. And the kid's like, what the fuck? And that was the whole episode. Him fighting this imaginary. And I was like, okay. I was like almost on the fence about it, but I'm like, is he going to pour some weird sci-fi potion on this poor mantis and fight it? And then I was like, I came right back around. I was like, he's imagining fighting the mantis? What the hell? But then I got into it. I don't know. It's such a wacky premise. He's just getting his ass kicked. It's like, that
Bulk
is the
Hogan official
funniest
said,
idea.
Last one I saw was Cowboy Beep Boop.
Cowboy Beep Boop. That's a fun one. I haven't rewatched it in a long time. I don't know if it's... I watched it when I didn't watch a whole lot of anime, and it got me sucked in. Does it stand the test of time? Yeah, probably, actually. But I've been trying to get Ellen into anime. But she's right, she's like, I hate when they have the women scream on the show and wear super sexualized clothes. And I'm like, okay, let's watch this show. It's like one, I was like, okay, I really like this. Especially curated. I don't think there's any. And boom, like first episode within 5 minutes, there's a girl in the class clothes running and jumping around with her boobs flapping. I was like, oh, damn it. I was like, I don't even realize. But she's like, it just
Honestly,
feels
the best
uncomfortable.
intro animes are like Ghibli movies. Byzantium said, the Netflix Bakey series had an amazing sequence that was just an hour-long brawl on top of a roller coaster.
Oh, that's amazing. Is that season 2? The best intro animes are like Ghibli movies. Yes. There is a hidden art. And not all animes have amazing intros. They all have like the music and they're more than
Away
stock,
and Princess
but
Mononoke were one of my early ones.
there's definitely like a class above. You know what? You said 2 Studio Ghibli movies I have not seen. I have not seen Spirited Away. I have not seen Princess Mononoke. I have not seen Porco Rosso. Those are like 3 that have been on my list for a long time. I've seen Totoro. I've seen Kiki's. I don't know. One an anime movie that I saw, I forget what it's called. It's got like a one name, but it's like this girl who finds
I
a
have
mirror.
a soft spot for TV/anime themes that are as good or way better than the show they're in.
Yeah, that feels good, because then it's like, that was good, and now it's the show's even better. It was a good hook. You didn't lie to me with your good intro. I think it was Suzumi. I like that movie. It was not what I expected whatsoever. And it's kind of like
Most
dealing
of the
with
Dragon Ball intros were fantastic for the show they were in.
Suzumi is kind of an interesting movie because it's kind of like dealing with grief and letting stuff go. I don't know, very interesting. I like that when it's not beating you over the head with something. It's just kind of like, you're like, what's going on? And then you kind of realize halfway through. And Dragon Ball music. Like, I just have Dragon Ball fight music playlists that I like still listen to at work when I'm just like trying to zone out and get in a flow state. Something so nostalgic about it. It reminds me about the episode. Reminds me about the tension of like what's gonna happen. Because Dragon Ball did an interesting thing where it's like you knew they were gonna win in the end, but you didn't know if like the character fighting them at that minute was gonna be killed or whatever. Which that led to an interesting thing. They're like, okay, how do we keep this interesting when everyone knows the heroes are gonna win in the end? And early Dragon Ball did that in a very interesting way. Like, we're going to have this character fight or be incapacitated, and then somebody else is just going to get randomly killed. They did cheat that at the end by, like, they found, like, the speedrun path to get Dragon Balls again and bring everybody back to life. And it's like, okay. I think Dragon Ball would have been way, way better if they like actually killed people off.
Loads of the 80s anime themes go really hard.
But it is a kid's show. It's like
and Saint Seiya are still iconic because of the music alone.
Oh yeah, the Lord of the Rings movie with when there's a whip, there's a way. That's like burned into my brain. Like the movie is just visually interesting, and the songs are really good. Yeah, I don't know. It's something about. It is kind of weird, but like looking back now, all that shit was hand drawn. Like
the Ralph Bakshi ones.
I don't remember. It's the one Smiling Friends made fun of for that one episode. The one where he's got like the big nose. That one I unironically just love. And When There's a Whip, When There's a Way is like such an iconic song. That's like the best song in the movie. It goes so hard.
I remember watching the first animated Lord of the Rings had the best worst Balrog you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Well, the orcs in that movie, too, like, they just look like weird goblin guys. Weird melted sacks of shit. They're not scary whatsoever. I'm curious. I don't remember the Balrog. But that's kind of a complicated thing to draw, so maybe they just, like, save some frames. They only penciled it in.
Thickrat _ said, I have a bunch of mold growing in the sink pipe for far too long. Hopefully the drain cleaner works.
Oh, there you go. I actually heard you're not supposed to use drain cleaner. You're supposed to like clear the. I heard drain cleaner like heats up like chemically, and if it sits in your pipe for too long, it like melts your pipe. So I've heard from like my plumbers in my family. But I also have a thing of pipe clean or a drain cleaner in my closet just sitting there
Hopefully
forever.
that doesn't
I'm like,
happen, Ed.
I don't think it matters for like one time. Like if it actually clears the drain, then it is good. The problem is like when it sits there. But hopefully your drain gets unclogged, Thick Rat. And good morning. Thanks for watching the stream. You know, I know they're disposable, and they look like they don't work, but those like little plastic things you can get at like the hardware store, they're like the drain clearers, and they have like the little spikes on the end, and you just shove them down the drain and like twist and then pull them out. That is the most effective drain unclogger I've ever seen. Especially in the shower when it just gets full of hair and stuff.
His Antiodev said, you mean the pipe mace?
The pipe mace?
Thickrat_ said, I can't figure out how to remove the drain cover, LOL.
Oh, no? Yours is like hard on? Well, that is a first problem. There's a screw or a seal somewhere. If there's a brand on it, you know, you could look at a YouTube video. Just be like, how do I
I'm
remove
going the easy route and hoping
blank
no melting.
drain blocker thing? There you go. I hope it works out. Nothing more annoying than clog saying. Nothing more annoying than something that works all the time except one time. And you're like, I relied on you. Come on, sink drain. You're failing me now? Today's a shitty start to the day. The one thing I could always rely
I want
on
my
is
money's worth of drain cleaner.
cheating me out of working today. And I don't fuck with plumbing. You don't want sewer backup or whatnot. Nasty sink full of water. Hate that. And that was shocking to hear, like, my friend who's a plumber, my family member who's a plumber, also agree that, like, drain cleaner, I never use drain cleaner. It's like, how is it legally allowed to be sold then? Why is that okay then? If, like, plumbers are in agreement that, like, don't use drain cleaner, then why the hell? Just how many things, like, experts in the field are just like, yeah, don't use that. It's like, how the commercials are telling me to use that. They're showing me that's the exact problem I have. And I'm being tricked. Just switch all toilets to like pneumatic tubes. Let me fire it at like a high speed. In a bank too. Just fill it with whatever's in the toilet. And put in a giant pneumatic tube that shoots out to the dump. And then I'll come spilling out. And then it shoots right back to my
next
house.
step is removing the cover if the
Actually,
cleaner
that
fails.
sounds way worse. It sounds like that's way more prone to air. That happens when you're brainstorming a solution
Volkswagen Visual
sometimes.
said, toilet that sucks POO right of your bum.
There you go. Now we're thinking. It might not be a great idea, but it's brainstorming. We're trying to lateral think. Let me use some vacuum force energy. Because, yeah, the worst part is... Oh, now it reminds you of when there's a whip, there's a way. Oh, my God. Oh, that sounds amazing. Metal figures around the diorama of Middle Earth. That sounds badass. Bum, 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 bum. I also just love songs that don't sound like anything else. Like, I can't think of a song that's remotely close to that song. Like, sometimes when you're humming something, especially like a pop song, you're like, is that this one? And you just go through the list of 10 pop songs before you're like, nope, that's it. When I'm going, what else sounds remotely close to that? I gotta say, another thing that I've changed, wearing damn shoes. I've been barefoot in all the exercises before. And wearing like my actual workout shoes is a game changer. I was starting to get like caveman feet kind of. And a little bit of weird foot pain. So I was like, okay, I gotta start wearing shoes. Even though it's in my own house. And right choice to me. We're getting better. Slowly over time, we're getting better. Hey, we're in the 270s. That is so exciting. I was so surprised and jazzed. And it also just is like, what is my body doing at night? I guess it was like yesterday morning versus this morning. But still, like 3 pounds in one day. It just seems, where did it go? I just did this. Like I've been doing all the days previous. Maybe those first couple of weeks when I was plateauing, I was doing the muscle transfer. Muscle weighs more than fat. So I was building up those muscles that had atrophied from all my sitting. And now we're back to weight loss again. Who knows? I don't know. All speculation. I'm not a... Either way, we're trending down, and that's a good thing. My goal weight before, because it was such an unimaginable number even at that time, even when I was working out, I wasn't dieting, it was like being in the 220s. Like when I was in the 220s, I still looked like chubby, but I felt really good, and I was like, all right, I can't do better than this. And something, I don't know, I've got something in me that feels like I think I could get back to the 200s. I've never had this level of inspiration before. That's a long way away. But something tells me. Maybe it'll take a year, maybe it'll take 2 years, maybe it'll take 3 years. But something tells me I can get to under 200.
Byzantiadev said, after about 3 years of general exercise and diet, I'm about as heavy as I was when I was 24 to 25.
What is that in pounds? $24 kg. Sorry to make you type in a weird online calculator.
MR_Seeker said, hey, weight scale broken or you fixed it?
Weight scale is not broken. That is just my daily weigh-ins. Oh yeah, I've been updating the weight every day. That number is updated. If it's the same, that is literally just the same number.
It was 282 yesterday.
I know, Mr. Seeker. I don't know. I am shocked as you are. But I'm happy. But also, what a weird thing. It was
When expect
279.5.
package. TheCrat_ said, maybe you did a huge dump.
I don't have a tracking number yet, but I'll let you know, Mr. Seeker. Maybe you did a huge dump. Maybe. I don't think I did. But maybe my body secreted it. And if I go check the couch, I'll be like, oh my God, there's a huge shit I took. That weighs 3 pounds. That's where it is. No, yesterday I ate way under my calorie allotment. I had calories to spare.
MR_Seeker said, weigh on same time, at same point. Best is just after dump and before food.
Yes, that is what I do. That's why I don't start right at 7 a.m. I go to the bathroom first. I tried to not do that one time, and I had to take a break midway through. But I go to the bathroom, I fill up my water, I get dressed, and I come in here, and I weigh myself. So, but that's what I've been doing the whole time.
TheCrat_ said,
So.
I've clogged the toilet multiple times with hug dumps.
Yeah. My brother, my older brother is kind of like, he's way skinnier. He has a way higher metabolism, but he also works out all the time. And he was trying to like bulk up. And whenever he eats protein powders, I don't want to be too gross or graphic, but I am. So close your ears if you're. But he took like animal-sized dumps. Like that. It's like, how does that come out of a human? And have you ever done like protein powder regularly and eaten like a high fibrous diet, you have those monster. I've never needed. I've taken protein powder in the past just because at the recommendation of trainers. I've never felt like I've needed to. If I want to bulk up, I can do it. Which is what I need to start getting the lifting weights. I really need to get a bench.
Said,
a bench for my house.
LMFAO. I eat protein bars sometimes and lots of vegetables and artificial sweetener.
Yeah. Mr. Seeker, how? Yeah. I still don't know. The mystery of my body. And
Seeker said,
I test my scale
stuff I
too.
sent is a lot of fiber.
I have my 15-pound kettlebell, and I like not only zero it out, but I weigh that, and it's like, it's spot on. So maybe my scale is broken, or maybe the stuff I sent is a lot of fiber. That's good.
TheCrat_ said, could be water weight.
Could be water weight. Yeah, could be water weight.
Usually it's water for wrap. Rapid loss. MR_Seeker said, you said you changed diet?
Yes. So I've been keeping a food log for the past week, but I've always been over. But yesterday, I really reined it in. I was 300 calories under.
That might explain.
That might explain, yeah. And for my body size and type, my minimum calories for the day is 2,300 calories, which might sound like for a lot for other people, but that's hard for me. That was really hard for me, but we did it. It's possible. I could do it again. I had home cooked meals, but I just didn't eat as much. I am full. I need to stop eating. I measured this out.
Thickrat_ said, healthy matters more TBH, but then I eat so much plant-based and it's hard to go ham on plants.
Yeah.
Byzantiodev said, diet is Honsley most of the work.
Ellen went grocery shopping, so I snacked on some baby carrots, whereas normally I would snack on chips and pretzels and stuff. So another thing, vegetables are great. Vegetables and fruits are great because you can't eat like 8 apples, right? But 1 apple is good enough. And 1 apple is like a reasonable amount of calories for a snack. An apple-sized amount of chips never feels like enough. It doesn't fill you up.
I have a salad I'm going to eat for breakfast, but also whole wheat peanut butter English muffin. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds good. I got some peanut butter. I might do that up. I might do half a whole wheat bagel. I don't know. We'll see. As long as I keep it. As long as like one meal isn't over 1,000 calories, then I think I can control it. Because that's when things start going haywire, is when you have one meal that's over 1,000. And then another meal that's over 1,000.
I love apples and fruits in general.
It's like I'm already in danger.
It's keeping me alive, I swear.
Yeah, thankfully I'm not allergic to anything.
I'm surprised in a way that I'm not overweight from all the peanut butter and keto ice cream, LOL.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all a numbers game. As long as you keep it under your burn rate. I think like coming to terms that I overeat still. Like I've been exercising for 2 weeks, and I haven't lost more weight.
Said, I'll never not find it ironic that keeping healthy is really expensive.
Because, and it turned out that yeah, really expensive. Yes, I agree. Buying fresh stuff. I pass by fast food all the time, and especially when you're hungry. And you don't have anything in the fridge. A $5 pizza sounds really tempting.
__ said, I think the vegetables give me power.
Oh, yeah. And there's a way to make vegetables taste good. You could go a little bit, a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt. That's usually good for most. That usually makes most things palatable. Fruit is just good on its own. If you want to church it up, put it in some like yogurt.
Said, one other thing I use to get pumped up to work up is 80s rock music by Stan Bush.
Okay. I would like to. Maybe I'll do like a VOD track thing and play music, have it not be on the VOD track.
Thickrat_ said, I eat McDonald's sometimes. There's one walking distance that sometimes I've gone for breakfast.
I'm thankful. There's a McDonald's nearby me, but I do not go to it. So something changed. And I don't know, I just feel like before the temptation was always there, and now it's just like it helps that I have like a small time burger place that's not like a chain. It's kind of like a White Castle. So I get my fix from there. I'm supporting a local business.
Them raising prices constantly helps
I'm
me not
still
go
eating
there for one
shitty,
look.
but you know, at least I'm not supporting the machine. In addition to me getting to the 270s early, my legs are getting rock solid. Arms are a little still bit flabby. It's mainly because I'm not doing arm stuff. I need to work that into the thing. I need to figure out a more permanent solution for weighing down this mic stand to the ground. And then I can use the dumbbells again. But yeah, getting a bench. I need to get this dresser out of the way so I can like have a bench over there. Future plans. Maybe put a shelf over there for the plants, or maybe over here so it's still in frame. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then for weights, I really don't want to go heavy. I just want to do like, get in the habit of doing like the same thing with the same weights and not go up in weight and see what happens. Because I've always gone up a ton, but the problem with going up a ton, and especially with like being alone here, I don't want to have like a big failure. And like without a spotter, you know, keep it as safe as possible.
Said, I've been seeing triple a game sold $1.70/pound 50 now. I'm glad I don't particularly care about new releases.
GTA 6, Grand Theft Auto 6, it's gonna be $100. And god damn it, that means everyone's gonna go to $100. But you know what? For Grand Theft Auto 6, I think it'll be worth it. We'll see. I might be speaking too soon, but man, if it's anything like Grand Theft Auto 5, that I got my money's worth out of, I feel like.
Pirates are going to be doing well, I think.
Yeah, there you go. There's a number. There's a number where it's like, I don't care what you think you deserve. I'm just going to steal this. People can only be pushed so far. And it's like your main audience. Stop pressing me. I'm not rich like you are. You stupid game dev companies that make billions. You can only be pushed so far before it just goes like,
the one that gets me is when the game isn't even sold anymore and you have to pirate it.
Yeah. Like Dark Souls 1 having games for Windows Live. I am so excited. I was so happy when they like removed that from the official build. Because they're like, yeah, this shit just doesn't work anymore. This stupid DRM piece of crap. Bloatware. Semi-borderline virus. Smart move. Glad that service is dead. Well, that was like because it was a popular game. And, you know, people are creative. If people like the game, people come out with patches that subvert the DRM. But it's just annoying. It's just, I would actually buy the game legitimately if it was like good old games prices and didn't have the DRM. And you know what? Good old games, they've really stood by that over the years. They have their no DRM policy. And so all these old games are playable once again. Thank God. And sometimes like companies upload just like the pirated version. Like I think that was like a one of the Assassin's Creed, like the good old games version of Assassin's Creed or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but someone like looked through the code. I was like, this is the pirated version of the game. Oh, Jurassic Park Trespasser wasn't supposed to be released. Yeah. Now that I miss. There was a Something Awful documentary about that game. That was such a good. That was like early internet. Someone doing a deep, like a YouTube deep dive. But it was just like this dude uploading videos to the Something Awful forums. Man, that was so good. I should rewatch those. And that guy had such a calming voice. I was like, man, this guy could read the phone book to me. He's just someone passionate about the game. And, you know, warts and all, he saw what they were doing, and it was before Half-Life 2. Crazy. I like that guy. I like the gaming historian. He's got like a good Super Mario Land video. I like to watch that one. I have like a playlist of these like long videos that is just like, if I just need to zone out to something. Red Letter Media videos, sometimes I'll rewatch the same one possibly hundreds of times.
Because of Vinesauce streams, I've downloaded all sorts of weird abandonware like the Museum of Anything Goes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I like seeing a lot of weird stuff. All right. Here we go. You know, we reached our goal shockingly early. I will test the scale, but I think it's right. It's just, this is how weird. These are the numbers I see. Anyone who's not been super fat, I think you're like kind of consistent with your numbers. There's normally like something you can explain. When you're fat like me, I have seen this before. The scale isn't broke. The body is just very weird. So I won't overindulge. You know, hey, if this is like a head start, maybe we can even get to 260. That's unrealistic. Like 2 pounds a week, I think, is like the healthy thing. But yeah, so you know, let's maintain. Let's not lose this 270. Let's keep it a good week. We're off to a great start. Thanks for watching. See everybody tomorrow morning. Peace.
Keep it up.